it's basically just one extreme to the other with me. I mean, why have one crazy when you can have them all? Hi guys, welcome to today's episode of the Desa Diaries, Confessions of a Mad Fat Black Woman. As you guys already know by now, my name is Desa. As you guys can clearly see, I am a woman of colour, I am a larger lady, and I have, for want of a better word, issues with my mental health. So what's up? What's the drillio, cuz? How you all diddling? I don't know why I just said that. That was not cool at all. But anyways, how you all doing in this weird and wonderful time that we're all living in? I don't know why I keep saying weird and wonderful, actually. I've been saying that a couple of times in videos. It's not something I ever say. There you go. There you go. That's a weird one. Anyways, this is going to be just another quite quick one for me today. Basically, just wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about the other side, the dark side. I mean, not the dark side, more like the unknown side of depression and anxiety. I'm not just going to talk about depression and anxiety in this channel, but obviously that's what I have, so I'm going to talk about it a lot. As you're going to see at the moment, I'm rambling quite a fair bit, which is a little bit different from previous videos that you've seen from me. And I want to just kind of basically show this just because this is where a lot of stigma comes from within mental health and stuff, because people don't see this side of you. Or they see this side of you and think that basically you're taking the piss and you don't really have mental health problems and whatever. So a couple of days ago, I was not sleeping. I was an emotional wreck. I was shaking all the time. I was having panic attacks and I was having to take off time from work. And now look at me, it's like a whole new woman. I'm joking. But it is, honestly. I am still obviously struggling with my sleep at the moment. And everything else, and everything that's still underlying and that sort of thing. But the other side of, I guess, like sort of like depression, anxiety is a sort of side of people. And we always say, you know, when people die of suicide or whatever, I wish I'd done more, I wish I'd known, I wish I'd seen. And to be honest, there's a reason you don't do, because we're good at hiding it. That's all we do. It's called masking, baby. That's what we do. Anyways, but yeah, I just wanted to show that it can obviously be a massive difference in the way that you behave after you've had, you know, a bout of feeling a bit, you know, unwell and sort of depressed. And also, when I put out this small disclaimer, depression isn't just like feeling like I'm sad and like the world is like shit and everything else. Right? Actually, it's more the kind of numbness. And actually, that's why people want to sit in it, because sometimes emotions get a bit much and it's nice to just sort of sit in the numbness, even though it's all shit and everything's shit around you and you'd rather die than actually get out of bed, because why deal with that when you could just sit at home and stay in bed, sort of thing. So yeah, I'm a bit hyper today, as you guys can see, and this kind of happens with me a lot of the time. On my day-to-day sort of life, this is how I kind of am as a person. I am a bit out there, a bit kind of quirky and whatever, and a bit wild. I don't know why I just did that. What the fuck was that? Sorry. So yeah, it's just kind of me on a sort of day-to-day kind of basis. But obviously, like when I have had an anxiety attack, or I've been not really feeling myself, or been feeling ill, or whatever you want to call it. So I was just walked into the room and ruined my video. Yes, you have. This one's one thick and good. Get out! I'm making a video. Get out.
How are you making a video?
Do you see what I have to put up with? I'm trying to make a video! Piss off! Go away. Go away. Away. Away! Out! Sorry about that. My fiance is an arsehole. I mean, he's not really an arsehole. I love him, really. But I've completely lost my train of thought. I don't know what I was talking about. So, yes. Anxiety, depression. Yes, basically. So it's not always I feel a bit rubbish about myself sort of thing. And like I say, this is naturally sort of my personality anyway. I'm kind of a bit like this and a bit weird and wonderful, whatever you want to call it. Why do I keep saying weird and wonderful? Very odd. Anyways, but when I have had a sort of an anxiety attack, or I felt sort of ill or whatever, I kind of overcompensate with this, and I go a bit sort of the extreme sort of scale. As I say before about going from one extreme to the other, because why have one crazy when you can have them all? So this is kind of part of my masking, and sort of like where I do a lot of things in terms of, it's not like it's not being me. I just want to put that out there. This is not me just being over the top and whatever. I am over the top as a person anyway, but I do kind of overcompensate my personality if I feel like I have been a bit down in the dumps or not myself, so I want to like put it out there a little bit more, just to be like, I am so me, and I'm not going to let this sort of get to me. And that's what, in my sort of well times, I hate those phrases, well, ill, whatever times, I try to kind of be like, I'm not going to let anxiety get me down today. I'm not going to get upset about things. I'm not going to get anxious or worried or feel nauseous. I'm not going to let it affect my sleep. I'm going to be able to get up. I'm going to go to the gym. I'm going to do my work. I'm going to do some writing. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. So I try to like overcompensate for it and just be me, because it will be nice to be me without, having to worry about the fact that I might have a panic attack at any moment. That would be great. So yeah, like I say, it's just a quick one today, just to sort of like show you that it doesn't, just because somebody isn't depressed all the time, or just because somebody isn't schizo all the time, or crazy all the time, or whatever, doesn't mean they aren't going through their own sort of personal struggle or whatever. Because everybody's different, every diagnosis is different, and every way people deal with things is completely different as well. I have massive double chins. Anyways, so yeah, so for example, today I've been taking the piss in work all day and laughing with my friends at work about my panic attacks and about how I deal with them. And I've been just talking about random stuff and just things in general. Tomorrow, for example, I might like, those stories might really make me upset to think about that. But right now, I'm enjoying it for what it is and just sort of living life as a day to day. And that's when I guess one of my biggest sort of advice I would give to anybody who is suffering with mental health, and anybody that's sort of dealing with it for the first time and they've never experienced this before. I would say take every day as it comes. And I know that sounds really cliche and like a bit stupid, but that's the best way to sort of do it, because every day is different. Every day is different regardless if you have mental health issues or not. Like sometimes, like, you can wake up and you can go on the complete wrong side of bed and whatever, and it's subconscious. It's the things around you. It's your energies and what you put out there and stuff like that. And obviously then you have things on top of it, and it's obviously hard to get bogged down and that sort of thing. So it's just a reminder, I guess, guys, today, to just sort of that mental health is a stigma for a reason, because it's invisible. And if you met me for the first time today in the street, you'd probably think I was a bit like over the top and a bit loud and whatever, but you probably wouldn't think that girl has crippling depression that she has to go to the doctors for, and she has to take medicine for in the past. Or that girl, probably wouldn't think that girl hasn't had any sleep for the past couple of nights, where she's had to take some sleeping tablets to sleep. Or you would probably think that girl has crippling self-confidence issues, so much so that she tries to hide herself, even though she's massive and you can still see her anyway, because I'm loud and I'm out there, and you can't see any of that shit. You might see somebody else walking down the street who looks depressed as frig. My fiance Simon, for example, has the resting bitch face of I've never seen resting bitch face like it. He looks like he's always in a grumpy mood. He usually is in a grumpy mood. That's just I'm joking. Oh, he's not, but most of the time he's not. So it goes both ways. And it's just a reminder, I guess, like I say, to remember that everybody goes through things differently. Remember, it's 1 in 4, guys. 1 in 4 people will have mental health issues at some point in their life. That is a high statistic. So granted, probably more people you meet them on a day-to-day basis and you realise have mental health problems, well, whether they're showing it or not. It's just because somebody's not rocking in the corner doesn't mean that they're rocking. That's really bad. I shouldn't laugh at that. But yeah, just because somebody's not rocking in the corner doesn't mean that they're not going through it. Like I said, just a quick one for me, because I'm buzzing my tits off for some reason today, and I can't sort of keep my energy sort of level sort of down, so I'm just going to try and chill out, because like I say, at the same time, it's great that I'm feeling more myself. I'm buzzing up there and stuff and everything else, but obviously as well as panic attacks and such and depression taking its toll on your body, obviously being all the way out there all the time can obviously get someone toll on your body. And I think what my body needs now is to sort of rest and sort of come back to sort of like a sort of natural kind of state. And again, always listen to your body, guys, because sometimes, you know, you might be going through something. It might be just a simple thing of like, you know, you're a bit tired and you've not been listening to your body. Your body's just screaming at you, let me fucking sleep. And you just keep going out and doing work, you know, to meet deadlines, or going out and partying and just not looking after yourself or whatever. And sometimes you just need that sort of thing to just, you know, take a chill pill, whatever, and then just, you know, relax and come back to it. So yeah, I'm going to sign off now, because I feel like if I don't, I'll just keep rambling a bunch of shit at you, and I don't want to do that. And I keep swearing a lot of times. I'm sorry if you're offended by swearing. But yeah, again, this is the face of mental health. But also a couple of days ago when you saw me crying, that's the face of mental health. And, you know, if you saw me like, you know, screaming, that's the face of mental health. There's so many different faces of it. It's multifaceted, and always remember that. So I'm going to sign off now. As always, I will leave phone numbers and contact details for people if you want to get in touch with people about anything that I've talked about, you know, any professionals, because as I always say, you're more than welcome to talk to me. Drop me a DM, you know, send an owl for the post to sort of let the muggles know, or that, you know, any way you want to get in contact. So obviously I'll leave details for yourself to do that, and you can always feel free to have a chat with me. But I'm not a professional, and what works for me might not work for me. Might not work for me. That's funny. Might not work for you, but it also might. So, you know, whatever. So I'm not a professional. If you do need sort of professional help, I'm always there. But I am always there if you really want to chat. And like I say, I am not going to be able to diagnose you or anything. I'll tell you if you do have any of these things. This is what works for me. This is my side. Obviously, this is my mental health, and it's obviously personal to everybody. But I am always here. So I'll leave all the numbers and stuff. Please feel free to obviously look at our blog page if you'd prefer to watch me, read my ramblings. Jesus Christ, Elisa, that was hard. That was hard work, wasn't it? Read my ramblings rather than watch or listen to my ramblings. And please like, subscribe, you know, share the page with people that you think it might help. If this has helped you, then great. Please comment below. If you like this kind of content, let me know. If you don't like this content, let me know. Like I say, I want this to be as interactive as possible, so we can all sort of, you know, break the stigma together, guys, and, you know, just sort of be there and everything else for each other, because in this horrible time that we're living in, everyone just needs to be more kind to each other. The world just needs to be more kind, I think. Anyways, and I'm rambling again, so I'm going to shut up. But yeah, remember, guys, it may be cliche, but it's okay not to be okay. I hope you have a good night. Thanks. Bye.